Scooter tubers, welcome to my e-scooter speed shop. This particular video is going to be aimed at those that are curious about buying their first scooter, or maybe those that are looking for something a little more powerful, a little faster than their current setup. My adventure started with a Christmas present from my wife. It was a Highboy 36 volt 350 watt. It was my first scooter. I knew nothing about them. So I was excited to take it on its first ride. I charged it all the way up, and the next day I took it down the driveway and I hit maybe 19 miles an hour, and it was fun, not too shabby. Then I turned around to come back up my driveway, and my driveway is probably about a 4 to 5% grade, so it's not steep at all. But that scooter just couldn't make it. It slowed to a complete stop. So needless to say, we had to send it back through Amazon and got our money back on it. So that particular frustration turned into an obsession. I was very scooter curious and was reading and researching and trying to find everything I could about these scooters and what it took to buy something right the first time. So I didn't know what I wanted, which brands were better than others, which was more faster, which was more powerful, which could, take my big ass up a hill without, hesitation. I knew nothing about the various voltage or wattage ratings that were available. And I quickly found out that with certain ratings, the price point quickly rises. So obviously I had to work within a budget. I didn't want to spend a lot more than what my wife had originally spent on the Highboy, which really wasn't much. But all I knew is that I wasn't going to settle. I was going to buy it one time and make my money count. And I wanted to make sure that I made a good decision. The electric scooter world has blown up in the past couple of years. There are so many to choose from, so many different options to consider. I searched and researched, and it seemed as soon as I found one that I liked, then something else would pop up or come along, and I would learn something new that made me change my mind. It became a compulsion to find just the right one to suit my needs and desires. Needless to say, my Amazon shopping cart was just chock full of a myriad of electric scooters, from mild to wild. So after a few more weeks, I finally narrowed it down to the Foholo F15 that I found on Amazon. And I also found a young YouTuber that was making videos of this particular model, AJ Singe. And I reached out to him to get his honest opinion of it. And he was forthright with me. He answered every one of my questions, and at that point, it became a no-brainer for me. So the scooter itself was less than $1,000, and I couldn't have been happier with that price. And my wife was okay with it. So I ordered the scooter through Amazon and waited very impatiently for it to arrive. It took about a week and a half, 2 weeks to get here. And when it arrived, I was just absolutely floored. It was just massive. I took it out of the box, and it was just huge. It dwarfed the Highboy. There was just no comparison to it. You can see it right behind me here. The scooter is a 60 volt scooter. It is 5,600 watts. That's 2,800 watts per motor. and it's just got massive big boy vibes. Normally, I ride a Harley-Davidson Heritage Springer with a 116 cubic inch motor on it, so I am no stranger to speed. And let me tell you, this little scooter impresses me. This thing weighs approximately 76 pounds, which is less than 1/10 of what my Harley weighs. And I can tell you that electric power, it just hits different. The power to weight ratio is just phenomenal. It pulls hard off the line with, every one of those 5,600 watts that it has to call on. And it delivers rapid acceleration. And you feel every bit of it. I chose to ride standing up. It did come with a seat that mounts right here. But I just choose to ride without it. I don't like to sit down to ride. I've got a motorcycle for that. So I chose to go without the riding apparatus, the seat apparatus. So I can attest that the F15 offers a definite speed thrill at the fraction of the weight and cost of my Harley. Will it go as fast as my Harley? No. It was never meant to. All I can tell you is that it is an absolute blast to ride. Just too much fun. So all that being said, and I'll go into some more specifics about the scooter in a little while, but let's talk about voltage and watts. The F15 is a nominal 60-volt scooter. But when fully charged, it will see an excess of 67 volts. It also has dual motors. Like I said before, each one of them is 2,800 watts, giving you a combined 5,600 watts of total power, and it's exhilarating. That being said, here is the obligatory warning. This is not, I repeat, this is not a child scooter. This is a full-blown adult scooter. And if you're thinking about buying one for your child because they're 13, 14, 15, don't do it. They'll hurt themselves. Let's be real. This is not meant for kids. Please be careful and remember the old saying, if you play stupid games, you will win stupid prizes. So be warned. This scooter is powerful and fast, and it will hurt you if you're not careful. All things, anything can hurt you or kill you, so that goes for any mode of transportation. So just respect it, and it will serve you well. Always be aware of your surroundings, your terrain, traffic, and just take it easy. If it's the first time, if you buy this and it's your first time on it, take it slow. Take it easy. Get used to all the different power levels, all the different modes, and just gingerly work your way into it. You don't want this thing to surprise you. Okay, so it has 3 different power levels, plus an eco mode for really long hauls, and the ability to choose between single or dual motor output for any of the previously selected power levels. It will reach speeds up to 47 miles per hour on level ground, and you'll look good doing it, especially at night. The LED light show is kind of mesmerizing, especially at night, and you might be mistaken for a UFO maybe. I hear those are making their way around, which is great. And it's great because it's good to be seen. You want cars to see you and not run you over. This particular scooter is truly a force to be reckoned with. It answered all of my needs, and then some. It answered needs that I didn't know I had. So let's talk a little bit about customization. I I do enjoy customizing things and making them my own, and or taking them to a different level, making them bigger, better, faster. And this scooter is the perfect canvas in order for you to express yourself. If you are only limited by your imagination, creativity, and of course your wallet. After riding it a few times, the first thing I wanted to do was outfit it with a steering damper. And the F15 is just too fast to not have one. I looked everywhere and nothing existed for it. I attempted making my own, and I finally gave up and I contacted Foholo. Foholo is the manufacturer of this scooter. I expressed the need for the steering dampener, and they listened. And since then, I have, formed a fairly good relationship with Foholo. They pay attention to the things their customers ask for, and they generally deliver. So they took my need and they turned it into action. The Foholo engineers quickly came up with some custom bracketry that are proprietary and specifically for the F15. I was the first one to get the proprietary bracketry with the damper and give it a real world test. And let me tell you, the damper totally transforms the scooter. It smooths everything out and makes it feel like a scooter that should cost several $1,000s more than it currently does. It just feels really good with that damper on. Now it is not only quick and nimble, but it is also very sure-footed, and it helps avoid the resultant death wobble caused by excessive speed, coupled with maybe poor road conditions or wind. So I got the damper, not out of necessity, but just because I wanted to. I upgraded the kickstand to a CNC milled unit here. You can see it's very robust. It's stout. It does what it needs to do. So the CNC milled unit is basically, it's one I found off Amazon. I think it was made for a pit bike. I also added a tire pressure management system and a super bright LED light bar. And I'll show you all these things in a little bit. So I live in the country and I need to be able to see pretty far, especially at night, because hitting a deer at 40+ miles an hour will probably suck really bad on this thing. So to cap things off before we take a trip around the bike, it is without reservation that I recommend the Foholo F15, or if you want something even faster, maybe check out the F19. You also have the ZSNAKE Z37 and Z39 to choose from as well. All of them fall under TopRiding, which is the umbrella company for Foholo. So it's no frills, it's all power, and it'll certainly get you where you want to go. You just got to take care of it, treat it right, try not to get it wet. No scooter is waterproof. I don't care what they say. I don't care what the brand is. None of them are waterproof. So just be cognizant of that. So whether you're upgrading from a lower spec scooter model or seeking a higher performance scooter, I can tell you that if I had to do it all over again, I would still choose the Foholo F15. It's just the best bang for your buck out there, and you will be hard pressed to find an equivalent scooter for the money. So let's give you a short tour of the Foholo F15, and I'll show you some of the bells and whistles that. So welcome back. I wanted to go over a few of the things about the Foholo F15. So it comes with the lighting down here, and it's pretty good. But like I said, I needed something that was just a little bit brighter because I want to be able to see further. And so this is a 10,000 lumen LED rechargeable light bar that I put on it, just so, a little added safety for seeing deer at night when I'm out traveling. I did add the side view mirrors. I added the tire pressure management system that you see there. This is the dashboard that comes stock with the Foholo F15. I haven't taken the protective plastic off it yet because I am afraid of scratching it. So as you can see now, I am currently at 64 volts, and it will charge all the way up to 67 volts. Here is where all the action happens. So you've got your eco mode here, dual or single mode there, and then your 3 different power levels. I generally keep it in power level 2, and of course your thumb throttle here. So let me see, I am off the ground, nothing is touching. Let's run it through the paces real quick and see what it does without a rider on it. So here's single power level number 1. I am in dual mode, and we'll run it through and see what we reach. So in first gear, it'll hit about 30 miles an hour. So we're going to back out of that. I'm going to go to power level 2, and we'll run it back up again. And I'm trying to take it easy. I don't want it to jump off my stand. So on power level 2, without a rider on it, it's hitting about 44 miles an hour. So I'm going to back out of that, and then we'll take it to power level 3. I'm actually going to kneel on it so it doesn't take off on me. So this is power level 3, and so without a rider, it's putting out about 51 miles an hour, 52. Well, like I said, that is without a rider on it. Obviously, once you put an adult on it, it's going to perform a little bit differently. It does come with this fancy little pouch. In that pouch, I do keep a small air compressor, and that air compressor is awesome to have, at your disposal when you need it. Let me see here. So this is the Craftsman air compressor, and all the accoutrements are inside the bag. So let's take a trip around. You can see the quality in this particular build is just really nice. It's dirty because I ride it a lot. And it's just very well made. It does fold. You pull this fin out here, and then you push this lever down, and the whole neck will fold down for easy transport. This is the steering bracket that I worked with Foholo to make, and I couldn't be happier with it. In fact, I need to crank it up a notch because you get used to the resistance that it offers, and I find that over time I wind up wanting more resistance. So it's just overall, it's just a really cool scooter, and I couldn't be happier with it. So all that being said, I can't recommend this scooter enough. It's been really good to me. I haven't had one problem with it. I take that back. I did have one of the, it comes with 2 chargers, and you can use them both at the same time for a fast charge. I choose to use one at a time because I like a trickle charge better. And I just think it's easier on the battery, and you get you get a more complete charge using a trickle charge. So I had a problem with one of the chargers. It started making a weird noise, and I'm leery about, frying my scooter and doing something that I shouldn't do to it because there's a whole lot of angry pixies inside here that are trying to get out. So I'm always leery when charging my scooter. I don't charge it at night when I'm sleeping. I don't leave it unattended when it's charging. But back to what I was saying. I contacted Foholo and I said, and this was, a couple of months after I'd had the scooter, and I contacted Foholo and I said, hey, I got a problem with the charger. It's making a weird noise and it's got me kind of scared. And they said, no problem. And, within 2 weeks, I had a new charger. It was great. Foholo's been really good to me in that respect. And, the company in and of itself, they really seem to care about what goes on with their scooters and the people that ride them. A serious scooter company, and they are making a name for themselves in the scooter world. And they're a force to be reckoned with. They're here to stay. They have plenty of parts on hand. If anything was to go wrong with any of their scooters, they will take care of you. I cannot speak highly enough of them. So all that being said, I'm going to put a link at the bottom of my video that will take you to their website, and you can look over all their scooters. I just happen to really love the F15. The F19, is a little faster. It's a little bigger. I've got 12-inch wheels, and the F19 has 13-inch wheels, if I'm not mistaken. Mine is 5,600 watts. The F19 is 7,000 watts. So it just depends on your budget and what you're really looking for in a scooter. So I think that's about all I have. Thank you for tuning in. I hope to be making more of these videos soon. So right after this, I'm going to make another video and show you the F15 in action. So stay tuned. Thanks.